'cause I had nothing to say, because no one really wanted to hear something that dark. I smiled so the world wouldn't fall apart with me, but inside I'd already gone. I'm not here anymore.
That's right. The singer from Linkin Park. Not here anymore. They found some of these songs that he'd written for people to find. Yeah. I can talk about that. Even though I didn't go, it was close. And to be honest, you know, at that point in my life, when I put that gun in my mouth, I'd given it some thought, rational thought. I had. See, what I don't think people understand is, and these are the ones that aren't suffering, you know? These are the people that you meet, they want to get to know you, they want to help you, you know? In their mind, they want to help you. Let me tell you about those people, right? Watch them. Because they don't want to help you. You're just something, they're intrigued by you. You know? I bet you the first bloke who, you know, at some times in the history, goes back, walked up to a campfire while everyone's rubbing sticks and flint and everything else to light the fire, just goes, I bet you they all went, oh, what's that? What's that? It was like the world was all heading to Japan, because they knew how to make gunpowder. The rest of the world didn't. We're all interesting for something. Be careful. And bite you. And yet, well, you're still trying to keep a hold of yourself. And I guess for healing purposes, you help others. I do. I know many others do. And that can get you into trouble too. I don't know how, but it can. Humans. We're born with no, or some of us aren't born with any instinct at all. Some are. But majority, overall, we're not born like animals. Instinctively, no. You know? And there's two things in life that are absolutely, completely and utterly at the prayer of dependence. That's us when we're born. A budding flower. I mean, even a baby chicken can get up and run. Knows exactly what to do. We can't. We're fucked for just about, what, near on 15 years. How the hell did we survive? I'll tell you what, you know, if you look at our society now, and then you look back at Cro-Magnon man, they were more evolved than us. Yeah, they were. You know why? They had to be. Had to survive. I've got a friend Jamie, who and his partner Ash. Jamie just got hit with a run full of depressing points. And it really affects him. And it doesn't intrigue me. It doesn't at all. Because to feed that intrigueness, you've got to constantly spark that person into that narrative moment. And that's cruel. If anything, I want to get them out of it. I'm not intrigued by it. I want them to get out of it. Anyway, I was talking to Jamie, and he's going to like men's shed and stuff like that, in the hospital and stuff, and seeing doctors and stuff, again. And I asked him, I said, what do they do there? What do you actually do? And he said, they talk, and the reason why it caught my attention is because he said he wasn't going to go unless they had the dogs there. Obviously the dogs, they're trained to calm him and stuff. And I'm picturing this. I'm picturing you've got a dog, you've got an animal that's trained to calm a person down when they're in a mind space about talking something and it's getting them agitated. And the dog's there to distract that. But yet you've got a doctor, while the dog's doing that, calming you, a doctor still going on about it. So then it brings you up and the dog's having to go harder, which then it comes to a point where the dog's absolutely useless, because now the dog's having to basically leap off the frigging ground. You're watching the dog, your anxiety's gone off and the doctor's still going, and does it take you back? Did you recommend it that bad? Do you remember that when that happened? Listen, I'm no Einstein, but I'm no dickhead either. Surprise, surprise. But, oh, here we go. This is going to be good. See, I have lived a full life, very full. And when people say, some people say they've covered all walks, they've done it all, Yeah, no, they've done it all right. All on the good side, all on the happy side, I've done it all on both. I've seen the worst situations. I've been involved in some of the worst situations have been involving me. When I say that, it's not because I did anything wrong. It's the situation I was in at the age I was. I'll put it to you this way. You take a rape victim, okay, a female, okay? We'll keep it pretty basic, okay? Right. So, and we won't get into binaries or Furbies or anything like that, okay? We'll just get into a female that was raped, okay? Now, say it was a female that was raped, say, this present day, okay? And she's, say, 25. She's not an idiot, okay? But the people around her, as far as she's concerned, have no idea what she's feeling, what she's going through in her own mind and body, okay? And for anyone to answer that for her or give her any sort of guidance, you'd want to be careful, because you don't. You have no idea. No idea. And this is where it amazes me, right? That people try and help these people that haven't been affected by it. See what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, maybe I look at things different to other people. We all look at things different, right? But they've only just started implementing this. And there was a gap. And it was trying on both sides. And it was people coming back from war, right? Missing limbs, having to restart again, completely just obliterated and scarred, and they can't hide them. And if this, rehab doctor, nurse, whatever, doing their job, they're not there for any malice or anything like that, they're just doing their job. And they're saying, come on, do this, do that. At the same time, they've got all their limbs. They haven't seen war. They haven't seen what they've seen or burnt. They've got no scars. And this person's going, you don't understand. I can't do it. It's only in the last 20, 30 years that amputees are now in the rehab clinics with these soldiers. And these soldiers are listening now. Because you have a nurse or an amputee helping you in your rehab. And you can't say to them, what would you know? You can't. Because they do know. See? So you know what happens then? They ask questions on how. And they get on with it. Getting back to the rape victim. She does not believe that there is anyone in the world that knows what she's going through. But yet she does have a brain to understand that people have been raped before her and will unfortunately be raped after her. Anyway, it was in Germany. They did this test. It's an experiment to see through people who've been, gone through some pretty horrendous acts of violence and tragedy. And they matched them with people who'd actually gone through exactly the same violence or tragedy as them, that had gotten on with it. So, for example, they've got a rape victim from a while ago who's gotten on with it, living with it, understanding it, but moved on. The stagnant part is no good. No one's saying to not look at it, but you've got to move. You're not going to get these people to move if you don't have people that they can look at that have gone through it. Then they'll move. Anyway, it was 100% success. Pairing victims up. People have traffic accident trauma, being witness to shootings, rape, murder, things like that. To just meet someone who's been through exactly the same thing as what they have. But they've moved on. You know what happens? This is what happens. They don't talk about it. They don't talk about what put them together. This one actually talks about, what are you doing now? How did you get there? How'd you do that? So they're moving away from what the problem is, which is what you want. This is why I don't understand why doctors take you back. Like I asked Jamie, I said, what do they do? You've only hit a bump in the road. It's a bump. It's a bump. Why do you have to go back to the start? It's a bump. We all get bumps in life. And he's gone, yeah. Now, Jamie understood what I meant. Until he meets someone who has, gone through what he's gone through. And I have. He didn't know this. But I reached out to him. And now, a quick backstory on Jamie. He found his friend's son drowned. He found him. And then Jamie has recently lost his mum. And his partner Ash suffers from epilepsy. Now, and I don't think Jamie won't mind me talking about this, because if we don't talk about it, no one's going to learn. Back at the start, when I met Jamie, I pulled him aside when it was at Geelong Harley. And he was there to meet Danny and everyone else, and then, me. That. Now, there's a lot of people there to meet Danny. There was also a lot of people there to meet me. No one wants a photo with me. I appreciate that, and I understand it. The thing is with me, and it's not unfortunate, I like it. It's good to be able to talk. Someone come up and say to me, I've been watching your channel, I like what you do. It's good. What do you think I'm going to do? You want to get a photo? I'm not heartless. I don't even say that. I go, how are you? Are you all right? And you can tell. And it's because of whatever I've said, an experience I've gone through, it's triggered them, and they can see that someone's gone through the same thing, a little bit of it maybe, and they're moving on. When you see someone who's gone through the same injury or trauma and they're moving on, that's showing you can do it. There's no reason why you can't. But putting them in front of normal people who have no idea what they've suffered, gone through and everything, it's no use them even telling you it hurts. This is hurting. Why would they bother? They know you don't understand why it's hurting. This is what I've always said. I don't understand how some organisations work, I mean, I'm getting back to Jamie anyway, so I revealed something to Jamie and I said, and this is what I said to him. I said to him, Jamie, everybody really needs to stop for a tick. Because the people who really care about you and love you are there. unfortunately, those people are the ones that also get the whack, the backlash. You know, it's unfortunate, but that's it. That's how it is. It's like a farmer and his bull. You know, sooner or later, that bull's going to get him. Right? Won't be another farmer's bull. It'll be his bull. That's how it is. So I mean, I've had horses. They've kicked me. It's going to happen, mate. You have a baby, it's going to shit on you, right? You know. And we have to take that, depending on how it's come about, as a grain of salt. But, as I said to Jamie, when they, the people who are there to help you, are saying things to you, I said, Jamie, sometimes the best intentions come out wrong. It's not what people want, but it comes out wrong. What they're trying to say, they can't think of the word, or they can't put the word in what they say, and they say the wrong word, or they say the right word at the wrong time. I said, so what you have to do is, if you know these people, one thing that can't be lied about. It can't be, masked, faked, is someone's real feelings. I said, so when they say something that might be wrong, just hold it for a minute and look at them. If they're just as worried as you are, probably even more worried, because they look for say someone looking at a troubled person, a normal person will look at that troubled person, and they will take that troubled person in their mind further down the track where this can end up if it doesn't stop here. That's how we should look at things. So think of the people who are trying to help you, because they've looked down the line. You haven't looked down the line. You're doing it day by day. But they're looking at that, and they've put it down the line. And they're going, and their quest is to stop you, help you. So you need to stop. Need to look, listen. I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. We need to stop thinking so much about ourselves and think of others. We really do. Like I reached out to Julie in America. I could just pick up, even though we don't talk, just their text messaging. I could pick up. It was just there, just words. And I said to her, how you going? Just to start with, how's it all going? It's winter, snow's over there. It's not like here where it's a good time in the snow. No, over there, they have to wake up to it, drive their car in it. It wouldn't be a good time. And she's gone, yeah, okay, yeah. I've still got it, actually. Yeah. I've still got it. And I said to her, when she answered me back, I said to her, Julie, is it all working out for you the way you'd hope? What I was pointing out was this. Because we've been down and we're getting sober or we're getting help or whatever, maybe. Just because we're doing everything right doesn't mean every day's going to be a good day. And I said, I'll find it. Because I said to her, did you think it'd be like this? Pointing out the facts. You know, just because, you know, you're getting better doesn't mean that you get good days to be better. You know, continue to get better. You got to get better on bad days. And yeah, she but what helped her is, and I'll read it, I'll find it. I have a lot of time for people who give time for others, but self-centered people, I'm over it, mate. I recently put my hand, reached out to a person that was going through a hard time, and I went over there, sat with them, and just let them talk. And I understood exactly everything they were going through. Exactly. Now, this person, I said that I would be in contact with them and that, but after something like that, very confronting, someone, it almost shocks them that someone can actually, you know, bang, sit there, listen to them, not become a part of the conversation, but at least give a sign that, hey, I know, I understand what you're saying, and they see that. It goes, well, you might be that first person, and it shocks them. So what I like to do is I like to put a bit of, not distance, but space, for them to, you know, savour it, take it in, and not just that, also take in, how do I know? Obviously, because I've gone through what you're going through, and it hurts. Well, this person didn't take it like that. And I was having a hard time. It was only a few weeks ago. And they got upset with me because I hadn't contacted them within a day and a half. And pretty much wrote me off. You get that? But I find this with Julie. You know, then there's Glenn. Glenn, the truck driver. And here, I'm just saying. We talk, you know. Honestly, I do care about her. I think she's a top chick. You know, she's righted a lot of wrongs, which you can do. Some wrongs, not all, but some wrongs. I'll find it. It's up here. Just bear with me. I know you might have other things to do, but you know, if you know what I'm like, you'll be hanging in there just to hear this. I don't work on my own, you know, crystal balls. I go out there and put things to the test and ask and watch and go through it. Yeah, but it's funny how this just, you mean, we just got a connection of some sort. Yeah, I think this is it here. Yeah, this is it. So, headed out to transfer my wrecked. That's right. She had an accident. It wasn't her fault, but it was looking as though she was going to get stuck with it. Anyway, heading out to transfer my wrecked truck into my name. Paid my portion of the rent, hoping housing will pay their slowly getting all the fire and smog. Right. So I've listened to that. And this is what I said. Are things working out for you, Julie? That's what I said. And she said, not really, but I'm not a quitter. Now we all know that I like to speak, yes. So I'm not going to change. And I've said this to her. Now, are you listening? You can hear? You're a bit closer so you can hear, okay? And I replied back and I said this to her. I said, we have all said and thought it. That is when you are by yourself and you said, what's it all for? Is it worth it going through all of this shit? Right? The answer is up to you to ask. Me, meaning me, I would stay there whether you make it. I would still be the same person no matter what. And my feelings for you will not change, because the people I care about, I just want the best for them. Also, I give them the best of me. Big hug. That's the thing. What I'm saying there, that's not, I can't, whatever she wants to do, as long as it's not hurting other people and stuff like that. Whether she makes it or fails, I'm still going to be there. You know? She said to me recently, she said, she was really trying, it was hanging on. You know? And we go on. And because I said that to her, this is what happened. She said, thank you. It's the friends and family that make me keep going. And I said, Julie, can I have your address? Blah, 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 right? Because I want to send her some stuff, right? And she sent me that. And I've sent her mine, right? And I said this one. And I say, this isn't just for Julie, this is anyone I care about. Scroat, Andrew, David, Helen, Jamie, Ash, Tom, Rick, Steve, Greg, David. I was ignorant to this mental health, which I can't stand for. I don't know why they call it mental health. Oh, I've got to have my spa and do my calisthenics because it's good for my mental health. It's just ridiculous. It's just, you shouldn't be even using the word Kids shouldn't be teaching this at school, mental health. It's called development. And you're going to be tested. God, what are you practicing to make your mental health come when you do get it, that you can really turn it on? Idiots. I wish I could take you in my arms and give you a big hug, Julie. Please remember this, okay? I think about you every day. Even talk about you in my videos, and I do. You know, talk about you in my videos, So when you think no one's thinking of you, right? No one's thinking of you. Fucking bullshit, I said. Okay? Because I do think about you every day, and I do. I think about every one of my subscribers. You're not subscribers to me. This channel's not about subscribers. This channel is about people, Paul, Rob in Coffs Harbour, Mark in England. Unfortunately, the ones we'd like to be there to help us aren't there. And in some cases, we don't want them there because they just won't understand, and we don't want to snap at them. We will snap at them at some stage. But in all honesty, the ones who will be there won't be the ones we want. But it'll be the ones we need. That's what we have to understand. Okay? And they're feeling our pain because they've been there before us. So when you put a rape victim in the room with another rape victim, and that rape victim is getting on with their life, this rape victim is going to get on with hers. That's what the study was about. It was also a study of a father who'd lost his family in a fire. They sourced out another man who'd gone through the same tragedy. And this father got on with it. You have to. I was involved in a situation like that. And whether it be wrong or right, yeah, he died with his family. You know, life's not a game. Life is a very fragile, at the same time can be very ruthless and very strong. It can withstand a lot and shatter it, the simplest things. One thing I do notice is people always look at the big things. Why? You can look at the biggest structures in the world. The Eiffel Tower, what's holding it up? Rivets. Rivets. Mortar. But you only see the brick. Hear that? every night and day. Every night and day. So, what I'm saying is whatever we're going through, someone else has. And what I say is this: find those that have. Find those that have. I lost another friend. His funeral's tomorrow. We've all got to get our shit together, I'm telling you. We do. We've got to get our shit together, and we've all got to come to a common ground. And that, the way society's going, it's not right. It's not right. You know? Our opinions, some are just absolutely ridiculous. Some support structures support for the, you know, on the basis of a friendship. But no, wrong's wrong, mate. I'm going to stand by someone who does wrong. It's like if, you know, Mary came home and she just, you know, she hit someone, killed someone, drink driving. All right, we wouldn't get divorced over it, but something I'm going to be happy about. She's negligent. I'll be there, but I can't fully be there to, you know, but I'll be there when she takes ownership. Take ownership of your stuff. Stop. Think. Slow down. All right? My advice is to source those people that have gone through similar, or ask the question: have you been through this? Do you know anyone? So I can ask to see how they got through it, or just meet them. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, thanks for that. Like and subscribe and leave a comment, okay? Go get a pie.